14 medical doctors in the Ekwueme family, um, 7 lawyers, 11 engineers, um, uh, 4 pharmacists. I have published over 20 books in various branches of music and drama and other aspects of general education. So I've made the conclusion that way, and that's how I was able to be awarded the Nigerian National Order of Merit for having contributed so much for the development of music and music literature in Nigeria. But many Nigerians went abroad to study music, but they did not do it at the level I did it. They did it at a very low level and came back with at most a diploma in music. But I went to do a university degree in England, which was a very high standard. So to have a BMAS from England, made you proud. Even in England, very few people had BMAS.
Hello guys, this is Creative Law TV. Guys, today we are live and direct in Oko, Anambra State. When you look at here, we are in the palace of His Royal Highness Igwe Prof. Laz Ekwueme. He's a Nollywood legend. No, he's a legend in all ramifications. He's the first professor in music in Nigeria. He taught in UNN and also in Lagos. He schooled in Europe. So he's a legend. He has acted in a lot of movies. If you have watched Wars Apart, he is the king in that movie. He's a professor. He has written a lot of articles, a lot of books, he has did a lot of things in this world. He's almost 90 years. He's the current king of Oko. How was he able to combine acting, music, professoring, and all those things, and also with the kingship? A lot. Like, we need to listen to this man so that he can tell us one or two about how he was able to combine all of them at once and become who he is today. He's almost 90 years, so he's old already. So, but let's go and know where we can meet him. He's the younger brother to the democratically elected Vice President of Nigeria, Laz Ekwueme. He's the younger brother. We're in Oko, live and direct. Let's go. This is the palace. Okay. You are here today. This is the palace in Oko Kingdom. Let's go and know whether we can meet him. You are. He's also called Nanyelugo. So he's a Nollywood legend, and I watched him when I was small. When we were growing up, we have watched a lot of his movie, and it will be an honor to meet him and speak with him directly. He's also a Royal Highness, the King of Oko. Let's go.
My name is Laz Edward Nanyelu Ekwueme the Fourth, NNOMCON, Ezejikala the Second, Ozioko Igwe. Well, I was born in this town. My father was a church teacher. We were 4 boys and 3 girls who died in infancy. But my eldest brother died at a young age before getting married. So we were left with 3 boys. One is Dr. Laz Ekwueme. I'm the middle. My younger brother is Professor Obuneme Ekwueme, a surgeon who retired from University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital and this practiced at Enugu. Well, Ekwueme, our grandfather, had 5 wives. Well, my own branch was the second wife, and they had many children. And when the church came, they went to the traditional rulers to send their children to church, to school. As far as we learned, my grandfather thought that the idea of the Christian religion didn't vary very much with the traditional righteousness that they held locally. And so he sent his younger children to school, not those who could help him go to the farm. So my father and the other younger children went to school earlier. That's how we got the head start in education. And so Ekwueme became the sort of early educated family in this whole area. And my late uncle, for example, who was Igwe Ekwueme, he went to DMGS. My eldest brother went to DMGS. Alex, my elder brother, went to King's College. I went to Mahagawan College. Professor Bruno went to Igwe College. And, Alex went to United States to study architecture and many other degrees. And there were 7 different subjects. I went to England and to America to study. My younger brother studied at Ibadan and collected 90% of the prizes in medicine there. But that's not boasting, that's a fact of life. We thank God for it. Then our cousins are on various parts. Though we have about 14 medical doctors in the Ekwueme family. 7 lawyers, 11 engineers, 4 pharmacists, 8 architects, and the other professions like teachers, special education professors, teachers, accountants, and even religious priests and other people. Yeah, so we're a large family, and God has blessed us in many ways, and we spread around in different professions. I think that's all we need to do. We were not endowed with money, but we were lucky to use scholarships in studying all over. Alex went to America on scholarship. I went to England and to America on scholarship. My younger brother went to US to Ibadan USC scholarship, and thereafter to England on international scholarship. Anyway, God has been kind to us and helped us in many ways. So embrace these various branches of education professions in many ways. And as I said, 40 medical doctors in one family is not a joke. So we thank God for it. And 11 engineers. My son is an architect, and his first son just got a first-class honors in engineering from a university in England. So anyway, we thank God for all His mercies. We've been a religious group in the Anglican Church, because that's where my father was brought up. So where he worked, and through which we were all nurtured, even though we went to government colleges. But everything was God planned and God given. Yes. What can you do to change the music in Africa? He said to make your contributions in whatever way you can. In that music is either you write music, or you play music, or you practice music, or you think music, or you teach music, So you play your part in any of those roles. I have composed quite a few pieces of music, vocal and instrumental, choral and solo, a lot of choir work. I've set up choirs in various parts of the world, including America and in England and in Nigeria, and I've promoted choral singing in various areas. I have published over 20 books in various branches of music and drama and other aspects of general education. So I've made the conclusion that way, and that's how I was able to be awarded the Nigerian National Order of Merit for having contributed so much for the development of music and music literature in Nigeria and in drama and such things. Well, actually, I went to study music almost by chance because I was much more interested in drama. As a young person, I was vainglorious and considered myself good looking. Others also thought so. So I had the ambition of being a film star in those young days. But as I said, I couldn't take examinations in drama in Nigeria, although there were competitions like the festivals of the arts, and I won prizes in many of them. But I took exams in music until I got a federal scholarship to go and study music in England, and that's why I came studying music on a scholarship. But while I was studying music, I did not leave drama, I did not leave literature, I did not leave other aspects of the human creativity, including fine arts. So, because as I said earlier, I have far too many interests. So I kept those interests alive and kept studies in them and practicing in them. I broadcast for BBC for 4 years in England and conducted choirs and sang in churches in England and America for many years, including Jewish temple churches. So just being interested in the arts in general. So that even when you are doing a PhD, you apply the sciences, the computer techniques in the theory of music. You have to go back to binary arithmetic, which you didn't know anything about after the decimal and the decimal arithmetic of feet and inches and meters and centimeters. So, but you find that all this knowledge is related, and one thing leads to another. You can gain from one to the other. Proudest moment. Ooh. uh, I, I don't know. Well, maybe, yeah, maybe the fact that many Nigerians, older musicians, as you said, music studies were not very common, but many Nigerians went abroad to study music. But they did not do it at the level I did it. They did it at a very low level and came back with at most a diploma in music. But I went to do a university degree in England, which was a very high standard. So to have a BMAS from England, made you proud. Even in England, very few people had BMAS, Bachelor of Music. That's to have a degree in music in England. So that's that way. So if you have a BMAS, then you're really proud. And then I went to teach at Nsukka as a young lecturer for 2 years, and then got another fellowship to go to America and do a PhD. So I don't know whether that's is the proudest moment. But you probably heard me mention that I conducted the choir of St. Bart's at the age of 20. Yes, yes, was it 20? Yes. Yes. Yeah, I forgot. 1956 anyway, yes, yes. To and won a competition that was throughout the dioceses of Benin and Niger, Owerri, Enugu, and so on. So those were proud moments, if you like to say, but they were youthful moments. Uh, we thank God for them, and they've helped to build uh, the background that led to this. Okay. Well, I don't know how to advise those who want to make one by all means because I didn't make it by any means. But certainly, there was always a story told in England uh, by a famous music man. They say, so can you show me where to the way to the Albert Hall? You say, oh, practice, my boy, practice, my boy, because it means that you can go to play in the Albert Hall only if you practice well enough, good enough to do so. So I suppose by the same token, the way to get to high standard music is to practice and train. And I believe in Excelsior, always do better, trying to never be satisfied, never be satisfied. And that was important. I was never satisfied. I kept working hard. I was taking an exam every term, different types of examinations to make sure I did better, I did better. And it helped me a lot. Because otherwise I would be a lazy man and you can just rest on your oars. But as you keep preparing for exams and for exams, you keep working hard, then you will not be lazy. So that's it. So don't struggle for money at all costs. Just struggle for knowledge at all costs and the love of God at all costs.